Hello and welcome, IEP parents. I'm Tracy Kelly, the creator of the IEP Advantage Course and this IEP Advantage community that you see on the screen here. And I just wanted to show you real quick that when you are inside of this area, there's resources for you to check out. Up here in the right-hand corner is why I came here. I did want to show you that you always have a link right here to log into your course. This is your customer center sign up, and this is the first step you're going to take to become an active user of the course. What you do, the magic is, you need to use the same email that you made the purchase with. You're going to use that email to access the course at all times. You're going to put that email in here, create a password, confirm the password, and just sign right up. Then, every other time once you're signed up, you will come to this page where you sign in to the IEP Advantage course. We do this sign in two ways. One, you can sign in with the password that you just created, or you can sign in with what we call a magic link. And let me show you what that looks like. Basically, you're going to use that email once again that you used to buy the course with, and you go ahead and click on continue. And this will send a login link to the email address of the account that you used to sign up with, that you used to purchase, the account that you created. You want to go to that email and check it. And this is what it'll look like. So let me hop over. Okay, so once you're inside your email inbox, look for this one here of the IEP Advantage. And when you click on it, you will see here's your magic link. So literally, it's a link. It's a magic link. Click on it. You did it. Congratulations. You are now entered into the IEP Advantage members area. This is where the items you purchase will show here on the screen. If you scroll down just real quick, let me explain what these two areas are. This first one on the left is to access the IEP Parent Facebook community. The Facebook community is a public-facing community where lots of people who have entered, but they're not necessarily customers of the IEP Advantage course. So that's a great place where you can head in and talk about anything IEP. There are advocates and lawyers around inside of there that are great and will answer your questions if you post anything IEP related. But the magic happens over here as well, where you can access your IEP parent private community. And let me show you the example one I have set up for this purpose of the video. And what you find at the top is you have the dashboard, you have the community, and the courses. So again, the courses are the courses that you're registered in. You can also access them right through here. And the dashboard takes you back out. So inside the community here, as you can see, there's a community feed. We have different topics. You can create a post. And this is a place where IEP parents taking the IEP Advantage course can communicate. There is no school district involvement. There's no government involvement. This is literally, I'm in this group. I'm a parent. That's it. And you're in this group and you're a parent. And that's all who's welcome into here. So this is a safe place where we can talk outside of public Facebook group. All right, so let's head back to the dashboard. And let's jump into the magic, the IEP Advantage course. 3, 2, 1. This here is the IEP Advantage course. And what you are looking at inside of here are the 9 different modules that make up the course. All right. You may have read, or I may have told you earlier, that there is no other course like this to help parents get prepared for the IEP meeting. And that's the truth. And I'll show you why, and you're going to see it as we go through here. And listen, let me preface this. I've spent hundreds and hundreds, possibly into 1,000 to 2,000 hours creating this course for you parents. Because what I see is a school district can lawyer up at the snap of a finger. They have teachers and there's principals and there's special education supervisor and superintendents, and there's all these people in place to support them. And then there's you, and then there's me. So now you have the IEP Advantage course because we parents need some kind of training to help us get through these horrific IEP meetings. And hopefully, your IEP meeting is not horrific. However, in my experience, it was, and possibly it may be for you. Nonetheless, going through this course will hopefully make it so you never have to have that happen to you. So let me explain to you what you're looking at real quick. Right here is the course level. And if you think of this as a book, in each of these modules being a chapter inside of that book, that'll kind of help your brain organize it. So inside of here, starting with module 1, and I say right here, start at the very beginning, work through each module in order to get the ultimate IEP advantage. And that is because this has been very well thought out and strategically placed, lesson by lesson, module by module, to work you through IEP meeting prep. Let me just say, this isn't something for you to leave to the night before the IEP meeting. You'll see why in a few moments. The point being is that the IEP is a legally binding document that you're signing in agreement with the school district. Don't forget, the school district is the government. And there are protections in place that protect your child, protect you. There are laws and regulations in place. But nonetheless, that doesn't mean that everyone at the school always is up to par on exactly what they are, because let's face it, we're not all lawyers. And although the schools may be trying to do their best at all times, they might not know. You just don't, you don't know what you don't know. But not my IEP Advantage parents. You're going to be ready to advocate for your child after completing this course. So let me show you real quick what you can expect. Module 1 is your homeroom. And this is really something you'll probably only come to one time, because this is the housekeeping area of the course. Everything you need to know about the course itself will be found in here. And quite honestly, although it's kind of like going to school on the first day of class and you meet your teacher and they tell you what the class is about, this module 1 is actually very important. So, and the best thing for you is to complete each lesson in order for maximum benefit. So every time you're inside of a module, there will be a video up here in the top left corner. So watch that video. That video is going to let you know what you should expect for the entire module. Then you want to start working through your lessons. And don't worry, these are really short. This particular lesson 1.0 is extremely important. Make sure you watch it. Don't skip it. Just give yourself that 5-10 minutes to sit and watch this. So make sure you watch the video inside of lesson 1.0. It's extremely important for you to understand and do what's inside of there so that you can easily understand how to work this course. If you don't go through this lesson 1.0, you may struggle. There's just some important housekeeping things you need to be aware of and you need to implement. All right, so once you do that, there's a welcome to the IEP Advantage, what you can expect through this course, very important to read once again. And then there's a course directory, which is pretty cool. Every time you click on a lesson like I just did, it's going to bring you to this area. On the left side here, there's always, no matter what part of the course you're in, you can click and get help. But over here on the right is where you want to click to enter that lesson. All lessons will open in Adobe unless they're video. So again, on that lesson 1.0 tells you how to set up the Adobe free account. Table of contents here. This is everything that you're going to find in each one of these lessons. This is the entire course. Okay, going back, it's kind of like crossing off something on a piece of paper. You can click this to go to the next lesson. Mark this section as completed. Although it's marking it as completed for you, it doesn't keep you from accessing it at any time. But as I just clicked on it, now you see I'm at 1.4. Click again, and it'll just keep hopping right through the lessons in order. And it's just an easy flow instead of bringing you back out to this page every time. So it's just to keep you moving along easier and quicker. All right, so once you made it through right here, then we're going to hop into your child's room. And this is the start of the actual course. And this is the most important starting point that is often overlooked. These are the different lessons. Again, you always start at the top left corner and watch the video inside of this lesson, and then you're ready to begin. And you want to complete each lesson in order for maximum benefit. And we are talking about your child's disability, the IEP eligible parts of your child's disability, who's going to serve that disability in the school, what kind of supports your child may need. So we start out with 2.0 relationship review, where we're looking at everything going on in your child's life during this time right now and prior in their life that might be affecting them. Let's say, for example, hopefully not, but divorce. Maybe there was a death in the family. Maybe, who knows, like they lost their favorite blankie and it's something that they were severely emotionally attached to. Whatever that might be, people in and out of their lives, things that could affect them mentally, emotionally, just like they could you, and maybe have nothing to do with their disability, but they definitely have to be considered because maybe now there's manifested behaviors. So we're going to talk about that here. Then we're going to go through each of these different disability eligibilities, and some of them may pertain to you, some of them may not. But the best way for you to get the strongest grip on your child's disability and how it's going to be served in school would literally be to hop into each of these sections and start going through them. And then you'll get a better idea as I explain what it is, who serves them. It'll help you understand your child's disability better, or if it's a section that you actually need to complete or not. So once we move through that, the last part, we wrap it up talking about your child's IEP, talking about your child's diagnosis, if they have a diagnosis or not. Don't worry if they don't. There are many children that can be eligible for the IEP that don't have an actual diagnosis. It just has to be substantiated that that child has a need to get special education services. All right. That's module 2. We will go over very fine with a spotlight right on your child, understanding everything going on with their disability and how they need to be supported in school and by whom. Now, module 3, module 4 are complete opposites of each other. Module 4 is about everything that happens at school, where module 3 is about everything that happens outside of school. This includes everything that you privately pay for, like therapy, doctor's visits, maybe you have specialists that come to your house or aides, people that support you through your day and support your child. Maybe your child goes to special group functions that are for people with disabilities. You're going to now start to keep track of what goes on in those different places and inside of the school. So this is a comprehensive view of your child's life and everything that goes on pertaining to supporting their disability and their personal growth. Right, but that's not always how it goes, and that is why the emergency room is here. If you find yourself where there's red flags going on in the school, which I'll help you become aware of through the prior modules, if you're getting to where there's a point of having a problem and you didn't know what to do, this is where you dive into. And along with finding a lawyer or an advocate, you have to keep track of that too, and I'm going to help you be organized, how to find them, having conversations with the lawyer or advocate, And then if things lead into mediation or litigation due process, I kind of explain that all here and what you need to be paying attention to when those red flags go up. Hopefully, you'll never need the emergency room because now you have the IEP Advantage, but this is here for you parents. Okay, so quick review. We talked about the homeroom, where this tells you everything about what to expect during the course. We talked about your child's room, which is everything pertaining to your child's specific disability and all the different parts of their disability and who serves them in the school and what type of supports your child needs. This is to wrap your brain around that. Once you're clear on that, we can move into what's going on privately paid and school paid, or even what's just in general going on in the school day with your child. We're keeping track of it here in Module 3, Module 4. We got Module 5, the emergency room. Hopefully, you never need it. Many parents might. Hopefully, now that you have the IEP Advantage, we can cut down on the parents that might need this. Now we're ready to actually talk about IEP meeting prep. Let's open that up. We're in the IEP room. This is the area for parents to learn IEP meeting prep. So again, start with the video. We're going to head into lesson 6.1 where we're going to have a conversation about special education and the IEP. Then I'm going to take you and walk you through an actual IEP document so you can even understand like what the heck is in it, why there are things in there, so you can have an awareness. You might be headed in these IEP meetings having no clue what the purpose is and what this is all about, other than, great, it's to enroll your child in special ed. So we're going to walk through an IEP. We're going to talk about the ever important procedural safeguards and why they're so important and what they are and what to do about them. We're going to talk about the 7 things you need to know before you go into that meeting. And we're going to talk about the 15 questions to ask yourself during the meeting and keep track of. And then we're going to talk about what you do after that IEP meeting. There are very important actions that parents should take to follow up and finish the IEP meeting. We're going to talk about the things that you need to do to follow up your IEP meeting here. We have a section 6.7 where we're talking about meeting your child, and that is about introducing your child into the IEP meeting. Then we're going to talk in 6.8 about the monthly IEP progress tracker. We're going to track the goals and track progress. This is very important. The whole purpose of the IEP is to move your child individually and how they need to be supported in school to move them forward. We want to make sure forward progress is happening if possible. Then, since we're talking about goals, it's very important for you parents to have an idea of creating some kind of goals before you walk into that meeting. Now, you might be a parent that's been to several meetings already, and you thought, well, I just show up and the teacher and the therapist, they all kind of bring their own goals. That's great. Those might not be individual for your child. That teacher may be a general ed teacher. That teacher may not be familiar at all with special education or your child's disability. And they're creating goals for your child to work for. This is why it's so important for you to have an understanding of your goal. I'm not saying you have to be the one to come up with goals. These teachers will always have goals, and the therapists, they'll always have goals ready. That's what they do. Don't forget that person. Okay, we're all creatures of habits. It's very possible that your goal for your child on that IEP is the same goal that that kid over there has, and that girl has over there, and that boy over there might all have something real similar. Because guess what? That also makes the day go really smooth for the teacher when she doesn't have too many different things to worry about. They're already busy. I get that. But we're here to talk about your child's needs and IEP. So it's very important now that we're back in Module 2 and we talked about your child's disability and all the different areas of the disability have come to light, and you have a solid foundation of understanding what your child needs to be supported in school. Now is a good time to brainstorm and create some IEP goals. They don't have to be perfect. They can get more perfect in the meeting. The whole idea with lesson 6.9 is for you to gain an understanding. So when you walk into that meeting, you have an idea of what you want your child to be working towards. And we're going to help you get very clear on that. 610, we're going to talk about how to assemble your IEP meeting binder. I tell you the 20 things you can bring. There's a video inside of here, and it's excellent to show you. And most of those things that I have you bring is work that you've done in prior lessons of this course, because it's very important that you walk in prepared. You might mentally be prepared, but you might also be mentally stressed and scared. The idea of this binder is going to give you the confidence. Because not only are you going to be prepared, hopefully in your head, hopefully on a list of paper, but now you're going to come in with your binder and have everything you need to support you. So you know you can just open it up. Let me find that document. I have it right here with me. In 611, we're talking about how to create an organized system at home for your child's paperwork, because we all know too well you probably already have a ton of it, everything you get from the school when you enroll your child, and then from the school days, and then from the special education department, and then when you take your child to therapy, you're given documents to help you understand and things you can do to improve, and you go see a doctor, and all of a sudden you have all these different papers that you need to organize. I show you how. Don't worry, we'll get through it together. And last, I tell you the 7 secrets that every parent must know before going to their next IEP meeting. Great module. Okay, and once we move on from everything that I just showed you in Module 6, now I'm going to talk about research. All right, we're going to talk about the research room. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a specialist. I'm a parent like you who's kind of been burned by the school district, and I swore it'd never happen to me again, and I don't want it to happen to you. Don't want anyone to be burned. No parents. So, research. I give you links to very valuable resources inside of here. This is a gem, this number 7. And I also have an IEP meeting checklist waiting for you. It's beautiful. And most importantly, most of what you gather on that checklist, most of what you need to bring in your IEP binder come from everything in this course. You, parent, will be uniquely prepared. So inside Module 7, you're going to find all kinds of resources and links and things you can do to really research your child's disability, to better understand the laws that protect you and your child at school. It's all inside. And then we move on to Module 8. This are actually the way I added the bonuses. I just made it like another module. Again, there's a video for you to watch. And then these are 8 different topics. First one is the top 50 IEP questions and answered, laid out for you in a beautiful document. Your contact list, your living room, recommendations, related expenses. This one's awesome too. Defining my core values, purpose, visions, and mission. Don't want to miss this one. It's pretty awesome. Confidence builder is how to think through fears. These aren't just related to IEP, it's actually related to everything in life in general. And then we have a daily communication log. If this is a necessary item for your child, I provide a beautiful one here and a few examples of what you can do. And of course, that's going to take a little brainstorming on your child and their unique needs as well. And last, I have the IEP Advantage Course flipbook. The flipbook is locked behind a locked wall. I do give you the password for that. It's loading right now, as you can see. And there it is. And what this is a beautiful book, 428 pages. And this is the entire IEP Advantage course. Of course, I don't want to let you see it all right yet, but it's pretty amazing. And it's just a really great way to be able to hop inside and take a look Um, and I believe you can also, oh, thought you could change numbers there. You can zoom in and zoom out so you can read better. That just this, like if you're all zoomed in, this little double arrow fits the view. You can search for words. Oh, and then this is really great. See this ribbon? That's actually for the table of contents. And if you click on bookmarks, this will show you each of the different modules that are in here, and it'll just open right up. Okay, and so this is a great resource, just kind of a way you can see everything all in one view. And then up here at the right corner, I do want to make you aware that you can at any time access the IEP Advantage website and the IEP Advantage course. Let's click on that, and it says I'm already signed in. Great, which we are because we're just working in there. Go right back into here, and this is everything. I also have an area where you can be certified if that's meaningful for you to be certified with the IEP Advantage. All right, and I think it's pretty cool that you can get certification because when you go to the IEP meeting and you bring that certification in the, we're going to put it right in the outside of the binder in that view pocket. You don't have to say anything, but they'll see it. That could be like a little piece of confidence in your pocket. But just imagine you go through this course. I told you there's nothing else like this available. And I know because this course came out of my mind. I designed this course. This was a system that I made when I was stuck with the IEP. And now I went on to make this available to every parent in America. I believe, and my goal is to get this in the hands of every parent in America. There's over 7 million parents with children of school age special needs children. There are more entering the system every day. And we parents, we need a guide. And I think together, if we all started showing up prepared for the IEP meetings, what a difference we can make for our children, for the way our children are seen and heard and respected and cared for. It's just the start, but this course is something that every parent needs, and I don't think that every parent can live without. But can you now understand the significance of you having this course, the knowledge from this course, the preparation tips, the organization, and you go into their next IEP meeting and they have no idea that you just went through this, that you have just transformed into an informed, empowered, and prepared parent, that you are now an IEP parent. To me, that's what the certification is about. It's a signifying your transformation. Think of how much less stress you're going to have because now you know what to do, right? A lot of times when you lack confidence and you're stressed, it's because you don't know what to do. But now this beautiful resource is in front of you, parents, showing you the way. Yes, there's a little work for you to hop inside here because I can't obviously know every one of our children. They're different. Their needs are different. And we all have to do the work for them. But how beautiful I vision this could be, that when you parents work through the IEP Advantage course and you show up confident and prepared and ready for the IEP meeting, and you don't put up with the BS because you know that you don't have to, because you know how to handle it now. What a difference we all can make advocating for our children. And think about this, it's not just about our children having a positive experience in school. Of course, that is a huge part of this. But think about the rest of your child's life. If they can access the education, if they can get the help and supports and learn how to become an advocate for themselves and for their needs. And as they become an adult, having the comfort that you can have now, knowing that you did your very best to give your child the best chance at their best future, living their best life. I'm proud of you, parents. Thank you for staying with me through this presentation. I think this is exactly what every parent in America needs that has a disabled child. Thank you for your time. My name is Tracy Kelly, and I am the course creator of this unique and revolutionary new IEP meeting prep course for parents. Thank you.